Hello, I'm Dr. Rosalind DeChavo. I'm the founder and director of ISEE, and I'd like to tell you about some of our larger programs so that you get an idea about the packages. Okay, you can go through either one of these programs without necessarily being interested in AASECT, which is American Association of Sex Educators, Counselors, and Therapists. But since a lot of people come to us through the AASECT website and are interested in what it is and how it might work, you'll hear a lot about it during this time. I'll go into more detail about AASECT in a few minutes. So these are the two larger programs that we have. The first is the Holistic Sex Educator Certification Program, and the second is the Holistic Sex Therapy Training Program. We do have something for counselors I'll talk about in a moment, and that really includes medical professionals, et cetera, healthcare professionals. So how does it look? Well, it is a combination of recorded webinars, streaming webinars, and a couple of papers. Don't worry, they're not too stressful, and we definitely can help you out if you're not good at writing papers. If we have in-person classes, you can sometimes swap them out for streaming if you like that. So you say, you know what, I want to take my SAR live. If we're having a SAR live that year, you can certainly swap the two out, and there's no extra cost. The next one is the learning path. So let's click on that and see where it takes us. So if you go to the ISEE website and you click on certification programs and you go here, it'll bring you to the Holistic Sex Education Training Program. And that, in fact, may be the page that you're already on because we're uploading this video to this page. But in case you're seeing us on YouTube or something else, here are the learning paths. And everything you're going to learn is in these learning paths while you're here. So you can see that by the learning path 1, and you can see how they build on each other. This is more foundational information, but as you go through, there's more skills building, how to actually do something. This, for instance, is a class called Therapeutic for Skills for Sex Educators, because sex education is an emotional process. It's really great to have some skills for dealing with when people are having emotional reactions or even trauma reactions. How do you deal with that in a classroom environment? So you can see that it builds on itself. So even though we can't mandate that you take the classes in order, we really, really strongly encourage that you do the learning paths one at a time, 1, 2, 3, 4, even if something looks tempting later, because they do build on themselves and you're going to get a lot more out of it. If you look at the live streaming learning path, you'll see that this learning path is, of course, everything live. And the easiest way for you to find out where those are is to click on Buy Streaming Classes, and you'll see here. Each class happens twice a year. So if you want to only take a year, just make sure you get in all your streaming classes in a year, but you do have 2 years to complete the program. So you can just sort of scroll through here and see what's happening when, and then you can register in that way. Okay. Let's go back to the learning paths. Actually, yeah, we're going to go back to learning path for sex therapists. So same thing here. If you go to certification programs and you click on holistic sex therapy, you'll see all the learning paths are down here, and you can look at what you would take. Here's the live streaming. And at the very bottom, it's kind of handy to see how many hours you would be taking altogether. ISEE does have a very good value in terms of the amount of CEs that you get for the how much you pay for the number of CEs is very, very reasonable in the field. Okay, you also will get access to reduced rate AASECT certified supervisors with more than 10 supervisors that work with us. So you would, let them know you're an ISEE student, we'll verify that, and then they will give you a reduced rate. So that's another thing to note, that we have that available. Okay, we also have this brand new collaboration with the Pelvic Health Sexuality Counseling Certificate Program. And the heads of this program are Dr. Yusi Uchenna-Osai and Heather Edwards. They're both pelvic physical therapists, but this is not specific to physical therapy or pelvic PT. Any medical professional will benefit tremendously from this. And if you're interested in AASECT certification as a sexuality counselor and you're a medical professional, this is a really great option for you. So how it works is you'd need to take all of the packaged courses in both programs in order to complete all your AASECT sexuality counselor certification hours, and you can contact either one of us first. If you contact us first, we'll show you where to go to buy it, and then we'll send you to them to buy the rest and to enroll. Again, it's perfect for medical or healthcare professionals. Now, some popular smaller programs that we have are ACEs, which is a clinical program for clinicians, marriage and family therapists, licensed clinical social workers, et cetera, but also healthcare clinicians who are working in a more medical environment who aren't necessarily interested in becoming certified as a sexuality counselor, but want a lot more really good information about human sexuality from people who are experts in the field. That ACEs is a great program for that. I believe there's 12 courses in it. I think 2 of them are streaming live and the rest of them are recorded. So what's nice is you get to meet some colleagues and network along the way. Suite is really great for anyone who doesn't want to have to take a streaming course. And we actually created Suite partially for folks who are overseas and can't do our time zones. We gave a tremendous amount of information, but every single bit of it is recorded. And it's just it's a lot of information and people really enjoy it. So this is another option for you. And Suite is also available by Learning Path. When you buy the program, you can either buy it all at once or you can buy it by Learning Path. When you buy Suite or when you register for the Holistic Sex Education Training Program or the Holistic Sex Therapy Training Program, you can purchase all of those by Learning Path. Okay, a little bit about ISEE and AASECT. ISEE is an approved provider of CEs for AASECT, but it is not AASECT. So we can't guarantee AASECT certification. What we do guarantee is that AASECT will accept all of our education hours toward your certification, or for that matter, recertification. But most folks who are watching this video probably not interested in recert. AASECT does require some streaming or live hours. So if you're interested in these programs, yes, they do require live hours. If you're not interested in AASECT certification, we recommend that you take Suite because it doesn't have any live or streaming hours. So please don't ask us, can't I do the whole thing online? Yes, you can, but you can't do it all recorded if you want to do any of the HSET or HSTT programs or the ACES program. AASECT does not certify internationally with the exceptions of Canada, Mexico, Israel. And that is because folks trained here and then went to those places with the exact requirements that AASECT asks for. And so it's not a matter of sort of discrimination so much as it is a matter of making sure that it's exactly the same thing wherever it's going in the world. You can look at asect.org for more information about that, about accommodations and accessibility. So ISEE makes every attempt to be accessible and to meet your accessibility needs. We have closed captions, as you can see here. Screen reader text is encouraged for all of our faculty, and all of our faculty have had training on accessibility. We have accessible spaces when we have live classes in person. We have lots of breaks during online classes. They're very body friendly. The activities are very adaptable and all of the staff and faculty are trained in that. But we are not fully accessible to everyone. So please contact us before you buy a major program. Contact us and let us know if you have specific needs so we can let you know, yes, we can, or sorry, no, we can't. You can write us at info@instituteforsexuality.com. Okay, I like to say ISEE doesn't teach people how to be sex therapists. We teach therapists how to be sex therapists. So you must have a degree in clinical mental health, applied mental health. You can be in your last year of a clinical degree to start ISEE, but not sooner than this. You have to be able to be seeing clients already. Our philosophy is holistic, and what that means, this is the thing that sort of sets us apart from some of the other programs. These are the goals of holistic sex education that we have when we are teaching you, and that we hope that you have when you're working with clients or with students or participants in workshops or webinars or podcast listeners or whatever it is. So the goals that we have are your growth, both personally and professionally. We recognize that they overlap. We work on creating a mind, body, spirit awareness, meaning that we acknowledge people's value systems, we acknowledge different religions, we acknowledge people's spirituality, and we encourage that, although it is not certainly not required that you have any kind of spiritual belief to be in this program. We provide accurate current sexological information from the top faculty in the field. We promote understanding of intersectionality, social justice, and diversity, equity, and inclusion. That is very, very important to ISEE, and it is woven into every single class. So please note that that is something that you'll learn a lot about and you'll hear a lot about. We connect sexuality with the ecology of the entire planet. How does our sexuality, impact the planet, and how does the planet impact our sexuality? Politics, environment, everything, right? Everything around us. We promote understanding of fulfilling relationships as part of sexuality. That relationship could be a 15-minute relationship, or it could be a relationship with yourself, or it could be a lifetime relationship. But either way, satisfying sexuality always involves relationship, and that's why we stress that. We cultivate and utilize community when you go through. So we have all kinds of ways for you to connect with other ISEE students. And we also teach you how to do that when you are teaching or when you are working with your clients or patients. So we have a BIPOC scholarship for equity and recognition of the importance of Black, Indigenous, and people of color leaders in the field, cultivating folks who want to be leaders in the field, cultivating folks who want to work in the field. We offer between 1 and 4 scholarships a year. So you can contact us at info@instituteforsexuality.com for more information about that. We are absolutely confident in stating that our faculty are the top instructors in the field. They are experts in many disciplines. They are representative of many groups. They are practitioners, not just teachers, so they're all doing the work that they're telling you about, but also they're skilled instructors. Some practitioners are not very good at teaching you what they know. Ours all have skills in both. If you click here and you go to About ISEE on the ISEE website, then you click on faculty and staff. That's how you get to this particular page, and you can just scroll and just read about these folks and what they've done. There's just an amazing, amazing group of people. Okay, so the sex education program comes with access to 25 hours of supervision for a fee, and it does fulfill all the AASECT requirements. Or if you just want ISEE certification, which we do certify sex educators, you can do 16 hours of group. The sex therapy program has those access to, at the moment, it is early 2024. We have 11 supervisors. I actually think we have 13 at this moment, and you contract with them yourself. For streaming programs, you're going to need a reliable internet connection from a good device. Smartphones are not going to work because you need to be able to upload files or look at everybody or participate in whiteboards, okay? You can use a tablet, but you usually have to download some kind of widget or app on your tablet in order to be able to use Zoom the way that we use Zoom. You do need a private space away from children or family members. That, even if you have a small home, you can certainly just put in a headset and make sure there's a wall behind you so that no one can walk behind you. You need some technical experience. Our learning platforms are extremely easy to use. Zoom is extremely easy to use as well. So we always say we can teach you how to use our technology, but we can't teach you how to use your own device. So please don't ask us how to cut and paste something. We don't have time to be able to go into that. Please know your device before you come to ISEE. Streaming classes are always listed in Eastern Time in the United States. It's not always Eastern Standard. Sometimes it's Eastern Daylight, but just look at Eastern Time in the United States, and that will tell you what time it is where you are. And they are made to accommodate all US and Canadian time zones. You may need to adjust your schedule to meet it if you live elsewhere. We are a US-based school. We've had some people complain after signing up that, the classes are in the middle of the night, even though we've let them know. So please just, make sure you're okay with that before you sign up for the HSET or the HSTT program, because it will be much later in most places than it is here. Okay. So you do have 2 years to complete either of these programs. It can just take you a year. I had one person who finished in 9 months, but most people finish in about 18 months. If you're dual enrolled, meaning you want to do both the sex therapy and sex educator programs, you get 2.5. For SUITE, you get 3 months. ACES is 6 months, sorry, for SUITE. ACES is 3 months. And then the other thing is that there are other courses at ISEE that are outside of your curricula. And so you obviously can take those at any time, even if they're not part of your curriculum. It's just that they cost you more money. For community, we have a Facebook group. We have our own ISEE online community, which is nice. It's private so that you can just talk to other folks and you don't have to worry about, censorship on Facebook or something like that, or on, any other online forum. On Instagram, we are at Holistic Sex Ed. We have a YouTube ISEE Institute, and we are also on LinkedIn. This is our main staff. This is Amy, our office manager, Nikhil, our learning technology specialist, and that is me. See our website for the current prices for these programs. Some international discounts are available. Particularly, we get a lot of requests for Canada, and we do honor those. You can break it up by paying as you go with each learning path. You can buy learning path one at a time. You must complete all 7 recorded learning paths and the streaming learning path in order to be complete with your program. And if you want to be certified by ISEE as a sex educator, you also need to complete 16 hours of group supervision. If you're not interested or don't care about that, you can just get a certificate from us at the end that says that you completed the training program, as opposed to calling you a certified holistic sex educator. Supervision is really us just helping you with your work. So if you're not sure where to start, supervision is a great place to start, because we can help you get ideas for how to do your work and where you might want to work and with what kind of audiences. Okay, SWE can be paid all at once or by learning path. ACES is paid all at once. And you can jump into all of this just by registering for any program. Just click, right? You can see it below. If you're still confused by this, because we know this is a lot of information, just go ahead and call us or write us at info@instituteforsexuality.com. Thanks. I hope to meet you soon.